So there I was, a burnt out ambulatory care pharmacist who, practicing at the top of my license, was burnt out, bullied, frustrated, and wanting to throw away the entire profession. But I didn't stay there. I used this concept that I want to share with you today that helped me discover my reason for being, the passion for what I have, and has helped many other pharmacists do the same. That if you do this exercise, it could be the gateway tool to help you discover what you could do next and really enjoy the journey being a pharmacist. The concept is called ikigai. It's a Japanese word that literally means a reason for being. And in this slide, I share the 4 components of ikigai. It's what you love, what the world needs, what you could be paid for, and your strengths. If you find the combination of these 4 things, you can find your reason for being, a job that truly lights you up, fulfills you, satisfies you, and gives you all that work can provide to you. Now, quick caveat, I'm not saying that if you do this, it's all peach and roses, nothing else is ever going to go wrong. No, not at all. You're going to have just as many problems. But you can actually find work that would scratch this itch, that would make you feel happy at the end of the day, knowing that you made a difference for a company or for yourself, for doing the impact that best suits you. I think most pharmacists, though, don't have an ikigai. I think they more so have 2 of these factors, which is a vocation. They have a job where the world needs pharmacists and they can be paid to do it, so that's just what they do. And there's not much else to it. This is what I think leads to burnout, frustration, anxiety, workplace conflict. It leads to disengagement from a management perspective. It's really not a great place for any one pharmacist to be for too long. Anyone can do this for a period of time, but know that there's consequences. Heck, you can be in a vocation doing something, but the truth is that doing for a job for too long will have consequences on your health, on your relationships, even on your longevity, just how long you live. A lot of pharmacists, though, have a profession where they are doing a job that's within their strengths and they're getting paid to do it. This may be a clinical pharmacist, this could be community hospital, whatever, right? And maybe you're doing something that you're good at, but it's not quite matching or filling up your bucket. Very few pharmacists have a mission where they're doing what they love and the world needs it, but it's more like a nonprofit. I've seen a few pharmacists start nonprofits or work within them, and maybe they're doing it for free, maybe indefinitely or for a long period of time before they see any kind of return on that investment. And a few pharmacists find a passion, your strengths and what you love, but not everyone finds, frankly, money from this. Fewer pharmacists have a passion where they find work that they really love and they enjoy it and they're good at it, but they're not making money from it. This is like the perpetual pharmacist in a cycle of discovering side hustles and trying different strategies, becoming a functional medicine practitioner, becoming a consultant, doing coaching. There's nothing wrong with this, but in general, I've not seen many pharmacists go from doing this to making a full-time income. Doesn't mean it's not impossible. It just means it's rare to happen. It's when you combine these things, all of them together, that you find a reason for being. You know, for me, I was on this journey for about 5 years. From right after I graduated, 2012, at the end of that year, to about 2017, I struggled with being a pharmacist. I began learning more about the profession as I practiced as a resident, and then I got my first AmCare job, and I thought, is this how it is everywhere? I became burnt out. And so what I did was I focused on my strengths and what I loved. I focused on things like creating podcasts, and I started coaching people, and I created media, and I wrote content online, and I invested in things, and I bought into a franchise. There was a lot of things that I tried that ultimately made a little bit of progress and I learned a lot of things, but it wasn't my ikigai. It wasn't until this exercise that I really saw the freedom to see, you know what I could be paid for is coaching. You know what I'm great at? I'm great at coaching and teaching and speaking. And I also love that work as well. Oh, three sides of the pillar. But you know what? I had been trying different things, but I never really discovered what the world really needed. Because I was trying different things that weren't getting a whole lot of buy-in. Like, I ran a website called Pharmacy School HQ, where I was trying to help students get into pharmacy school. And the world really didn't need that. I wasn't getting a whole lot of customers. I wasn't getting a whole lot of interest. And it kind of showed me, okay, this is probably not the thing that's going to be your ikigai. It wasn't until the end of 2016 when I confessed to a few friends that I was embarrassed about my situation, that I had been practicing for about 5 years at that point as a pharmacist. I didn't feel like I wanted to be a clinical pharmacist for much longer. And I wanted to be a full-time entrepreneur. I felt like that's what I really wanted, but I hadn't figured out this. What did the world need? What could I do that would really, I don't know, sell well? What could I create and provide that would not only give me an income to survive off of, but also just make me feel like I'm living out my purpose? And that's when I got told the harsh but brutal truth, where I was told, Alex, the world needs Happy Pharmacist. The world wants you to be that happy pharmacist because that's what you want for yourself. And yet you are fighting this identity. You're fighting who you are and what you're naturally good at. Why don't you try being a happy pharmacist and helping other people do the same? And that's how the Happy PharmD was born. Through confronting my shame and doing this exercise of discovering my ikigai, I found my reason for being and a true career path for myself. So I would encourage you to do this exercise. Write out all of the 4 components of ikigai and fill it out. Heck, don't even talk about pharmacy. What are the problems that need to be solved in the world? There's an infinite amount of lists, but why don't you pick the problems that you're curious about solving or learning more or helping others with? And if you don't know your strength, take a few assessments, or better yet, join our community. You deserve to be with others on this journey. And in the community, we have free courses that are CE certified that will help you identify your strengths, identify your ikigai, as well as what career paths are out there that you could be getting into next. All of it's listed in the community, free to access for any pharmacist. So that is my ikigai journey about how I created my own career path and how you can do the same. And to be quite frank with you, I'm still doing this. I'm always constantly tweaking. What do I love? What do I dislike? What do I just kind of mediocre about? And how can I get closer to my ikigai all of the time? It's a never-ending process, and it should be fun and engaging. So I'm looking forward to seeing you in the community. And until I see you in the next video, stay curious and take care.